Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today we're going to start working on that PEP Comics number 158. It's from 1963, so it's a pretty old comic. In the last video, I did an evaluation. And as you can see from... let me bring it up on the screen. Okay, as you can see from the evaluation, it needed quite a bit of work. And the first item on the list is dry cleaning. So that's what we're going to work on today, is dry cleaning the comic. Let's get into it. All right, we've got our PEP comic here. Now the first thing we need to do is gather up all of the materials that we need, or all of the tools that we need. And that includes the brush, and a couple of different styles of eraser, and this little cup. And the reason I got that cup is this little piece here came off of the back, and I want to make sure I don't lose it, so I'm going to stick it in that little condiment cup, put a top on it, if I can get the top to stay on it, and I'm going to set that off to the side so I don't lose it. And finally, I don't know, my pad there, and an old backing board. Now, I don't know that I'm going to use all of these, but I also have Absorine just in case I want to use that, and a couple other things that I'm not going to bother showing because I know I'm not going to use them, like the sponge, the dirt sponge, or whatever you want to call it. And the reason I'm not going to use that is because the comic is a little too delicate for it, so I'm not going to bother showing that at all. Let's take these and put them off to the side. Now, why do I have a backing board? Is it to slide under it? No, I already have one for that, and we're going to do that right now. This one is actually a newer one. This is an older backing board, and I keep these. You know, you can tell it's old because it's got white on one side and it's cardboard on the other. But I keep these older ones exactly for this kind of thing. I don't have to worry about getting my hands on the comic. So let's zoom in a little bit and we'll start working on the lettering. I'm more concerned with doing the white areas than anything else right now. I'm not overly concerned with the coloring because there's a good chance I'm going to do a wet clean on this anyway. So let's go ahead and start working on the letters, and we're going to do it very, very slow, very methodic, very gentle. I'm only going to do one letter. I'm going to do all the letters, don't worry, but I'm not going to do them all while I have the camera running. I'm just going to do one while the camera is running. And I need to do this very gently because I don't want to tear it. Now you might be wondering about this. How am I going to do this? The Comics Code Authority. So what we'll do is we'll take that like that. And because it's off to the edge, I can do it this way. And then I'll gently go over it with my thinner Notice I'm pressing down on that, and that's to try to keep it from tearing. I like that. Now we'll go down to the 12-cent mark. Do the same thing. So why am I doing this on the 12 cent? Because there's a lot of creases right in here and I'm worried about it. I don't want to make this comic any worse than I have to. Or better yet, any worse than it already is. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be doing this, the word balloon, the other two letters, these smaller letters over here. Let me zoom out again so I can show you. Because I pointed to a whole bunch of things you couldn't see. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do his shoes, his teeth, these two letters, this, the smaller letters here. And then I'm going to go to the back. And when I get ready to go to the back, I'll turn the camera back on. But that's what I'm going to work on right now. Okay, I brought you back a little sooner than I planned on it because I noticed that this has a tear right here. And I haven't done any sealing on that yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to close it off like that. And I'm going to erase here. And then I'm going to work on this over here after I brush away the crumbs. Now I'm going to take this and gently place it right there. You see, I only have a very small amount showing, but I'm holding it down at the tear. And then I can go ahead and clean that up a little bit. Same thing on this side. I'm going to hold it down at the tear. Yeah, that'll mean I'll have a little tiny bit that's not clean. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Like I said, my goal is to keep it from getting any more damaged than it already is. Do a little bit up here, move it so you can see it. That's the whole thing. I don't think there's any white over here or under here. I don't really want to lift those until I have it damp. Yeah, no white there, so we're good. So we can take this out from there. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that backing board right there. And I should have another one over here. Well, I have part of one. I think this is actually a piece of poster board. But you know what? It fits fine. It's going to work out just fine. And we're going to do this area here. For that, I want this larger eraser. And very gently, I don't want to go over it hard because this would rip and tear in a heartbeat. And I'm going to do this all the way around the book. When I get to over here, wow, there's a lot of tears at the bottom. There's a tear here, a tear here, a tear here, a tear here, one here. Yeah. And I'm just trying to get the surface dirt off. I'm not trying to deep clean it. For this, we're going to use this one. Same thing. Go over it gently. Like I said, I'm not trying to get all of the dirt off, just a little bit of the surface dirt. I was cleaning up that coverless X-Men #2 I got a little bit so I can go ahead and put it on eBay. I ended up having to use an eraser on that, just to make it look a tiny bit better. I wasn't trying to make it, fix it or anything, just make it a tiny bit better. I'm going to go over the top now. You know what? I'm going to do this way. Yeah. Just like that. Nice and easy. When I get to the edge, go the other direction, so that I'm always erasing towards an edge on those sides. This part's going to be difficult, so I'm going to have to do this a little bit at a time. I'm going to have to concentrate real hard on this, which means I'll probably have it off screen more than on, and my head is liable to get in the way, so I'm going to turn the camera off and then we'll come back. Alright, I got the spine. It looks a little tiny bit better, not much. That's okay. Now we're going to do this coupon. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Doesn't take long. It didn't really have that much dirt on it. The front had more dirt on it than the back does. So there you go. I'm happy with that. Not happy with this though. I think I can get a little more dirt off of that. It's Monday, so that means I get to work on this again a little bit tomorrow before I have to start editing the video. So I'm probably not going to, if I get ready to do something other than what I'm doing right now, I'm not going to, if I get ready to do something else, like take the staples out or something like that, then I'll start the camera and show you. But as long as this is all I'm doing, I don't think I need to show you me erasing the comic any more than I already have. Of course, if I decide to use this, okay, normally I would have done this before I did anything else, but I was a little nervous about it, and I'm still not sure I want to go over it. All I'm doing is trying to pick up a little excess. I'm not even going to try to make it stay where it belongs. I really didn't pick up any dirt off of it, so that's what I suspected. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. I think what I did was just... Nope, it's still attached, barely, but it is. Use the clean side. See if we can't get anything off of this. I think the majority of the dirt that I'm going to get off is going to come off in the yeah, a little tiny bit of dirt, not much. I think that's going to be it. I'm kind of happy with the way the whites turned out. They'll get whiter when I do the short aqueous bath. But that's going to be it for this video, I think. Back over to me. So that's it for this video. Dry cleaning. There's not much to it. I did get a new tool that I'm going to try out, and if it's successful, I'll show it in a separate video. It's, believe it or not, it's a tool. What is it, you ask? It's a rubber cement eraser. Not an eraser made of rubber cement, but an eraser made to remove rubber cement. And I'm going to try it on a couple of things before I recommend people use it. But it's kind of neat. Like I said, that's it for this video. Hope you maybe learned something, and if you didn't learn something, maybe you enjoyed it anyway. There wasn't a whole lot to do. I just wanted to do dry cleaning on this one. The next video will have me do whatever comes next. I think it's disassembly and aqueous bath, if I decide to do it. And right now, I'm leaning towards it. I really am. So that's going to be it. Don't forget, tonight, I'll be showing some more comics from my collection. I've got another box here that I've picked out already. This is going to be box number 20 from my collection, and I will be showing that tonight at 8 p.m. Central, right here on this channel. And of course, I have 28 comics that I pressed this week. I'm actually pressing a lot more than that now, but I'm only going to show you so many. And then if we have time, I have a box of miscellaneous stuff that I picked up last week that I haven't shown anybody. Actually, I picked it up Saturday, the same time I picked up those comics. So, yeah, maybe we'll get into that too. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, everybody, have yourself a great day, and we'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. Central. Bye.